Welcome back to Saca las Dolitas podcast. My name is Danny. Some of you know me as Brujo. I hope you guys are having a bomb weekend. This is Coachella weekend for those of you that made it out there. We unfortunately didn't make it out there, but I'm still hoping you guys are having a bomb weekend. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in to us today. Thank you for checking out this bomb ass episode. And here's my co-host,
Erica, better known as Erica Tinez. And like he said, it is Coachella weekend, so whoever is there, I am jealous of you guys.
Yes.
Super big FOMO happening right now. But shout out y'all for, being able to go out there and experience everything that we want to.
Yes, exactly. Man, we should try to make it to next year.
Dude, I'm down.
But you know what's crazy though? I heard that a lot of the Airbnb people, the owners, they didn't want to rent their rooms out this year.
They didn't.
Like I hear that every year, less and less Airbnb owners want to rent it out. So it's gonna get to the point where it's only gonna be just the hotel places,
Yeah, and if they do rent them out, it's super high. That like the prices and the fees are ridiculously high.
Yeah, I think it's because people be getting tore up. When they go out there, they get tore up. So imagínate, how they leave the room, how they leave the Airbnb.
And not just that, I bet you they ask for like a certain amount of people to be in the house. Then they go make friends, and then they bring people over.
Yeah,
and then that's a problem.
Yeah, they did say, that was one of the issues. So for example, this one guy that I saw, he said he'll book for like 10 people. And then next thing you know, he finds out there was 20 people there. Or they'll book for, like this other guy said there was 30 people at his property in his Airbnb.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. Especially if they're all drunk and intoxicated and on everything else. It's like they're not gonna take care of the furniture. But have you ever been to Coachella?
I haven't. But I've experienced it through like lives,
Yeah.
and I pretend I'm there.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't.
I know, me neither. But it always looks so lit.
Yeah.
But you know what I was thinking of? So I seen this video yesterday of this dude. He's standing outside where everybody's like walking in. So there's huge crowds walking towards Coachella, towards the event and everything. And he's asking girls if he could curl them. If he could curl them like this. So there's these two girls walking by, and then the smaller one tells the bigger, like they're both slim, but one's taller than the other one. So the shorter one tells the taller friend, like, hey, let him curl you. Because, she probably thought like, oh, I'm too tall, he's not going to be able to. And the dude, he's probably about average height. But yeah, he was able to curl her. I think he curled her like 10 times.
Dude, what the hell?
Yeah, and I was telling my friends, I was like, dude, I definitely want to do that. I want to go out there and start curling pieces out there.
Dude, I mean, if he could do it, I'm sure you could do it.
Yeah, and it's funny. So there's videos like that going viral right now on social media where they'll do that like outside of a club and stuff like that, But this guy was doing it at Coachella, so I was like, oh, dude, you know what? That just gave me an idea.
Dude, legendary. And you know what? That's even motivation right there. Because imagine him like curling up with someone's girl.
Yeah.
That's going to make the dude or the girl want to go to the gym.
Yeah, and we can vlog it too.
Dude.
We can vlog it.
That would be dope.
So if I get beat up trying to curl somebody's girl,
I got
it's
it.
going to be on vlog. It's good.
Hey, see, y'all got to like and share and subscribe so we can be one of those influencers that get invited out there.
Yeah, exactly. See, I feel that we already have that support. We just don't have the numbers.
Right.
So that's why more people need to find our podcast. More people need to find our pages and support.
Also, imagine Torta Patrol
Yeah,
at
I know.
Coachella.
Dude, that too,
Dude.
yeah. So I was thinking of that. So I was actually thinking of wearing the Torta Patrol costume and, curling the beezies. And so it'll be, obviously all the Latinos that are there, they're going to get the reference.
Right.
And, they'll probably want to take pictures with Torta Patrol. And then even the people that they're not Latinos or Latinas and don't get the reference, they'll probably still want to get curled, you know?
Yeah. And they'll ¿cómo se dice? They'll learn what a Torta Patrol is.
Yeah. They're gonna learn today.
I got time today.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And you know what? We have a lot of people that live in the surrounding area of, where Coachella is at. So
Yeah.
I'm sure if Airbnb is unavailable or a hotel, I'm sure they'll let us stay.
Yeah, exactly. And I was out there. Remember, I was out there last year, towards that area. I'm telling you, like a lot of parts over there. I said it on here that when I got back, but a lot of the parts over there just like look like desert.
Yeah.
So I was pretty much like right around the corner from there.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like if you guys kind of see the content of Coachella, it's like everyone is they have their tents up there, and the only thing that crosses my mind, and maybe I'm just a negative thinker. Like these people are dancing and in the sand and like obviously they have showers, but it's like it can't be that clean.
Yeah, no.
You know? And they're changing in the tents and stuff. Like shout out y'all, camping. It's almost like camping, but I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Me too, because one thing about me, I have to shower every day.
Yeah.
Every single day, especially the way that the heat is over there. That's gonna be uncomfortable.
And they have like mini skirts and like dresses and like, you know, it's like
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, shout out the ladies for wearing all that. shout out the
Hey,
ladies.
their outfits. It's always I love seeing the outfit of the day for Coachella.
Yeah.
It's always some random stuff, and I hear that the ideal thing or it's accessories.
Yeah. See, so right now I left certain details out because I didn't want to give you a horrible visual. But when I said that I was going to be curling beezies, they're going to be wearing short skirts and dresses. Yeah.
Close to nothing.
Yeah. I was going to leave that detail out because I didn't want her to throw up in the studio right here. But that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to do that.
See?
Because of the outfits. But
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, definitely the outfits are definitely part of like the whole thing.
Yeah.
For the guys and for the girls, you know?
Yeah.
You know, us guys, it's just like, just throw on some shorts, a tank top, and you good.
You good. Dude, you guys are so lucky.
Yeah, yeah.
And to be fair, girls can do that too, you know? But
Yeah, true. And you know what else too? I feel that us guys were also lucky when it comes to the whole bathroom situation.
oh yeah.
You know, out there. Because I see some of the videos and damn, it looks crowded. And some of those lines to the bathrooms are horrible. So for us guys, at least we don't have to worry about it as much as females. But for the ladies that do go out there and dress nice, we applaud y'all for being out there and dealing with that heat.
No, yeah. Y'all are some real. And it's I would consider going, but that would be one of the like reasons why I wouldn't go is just a situation of like sleeping there and, you know, but other than that, as long as I'm a little intoxicated, I'm down.
Yeah, yup, same.
I cannot be sober.
That's my answer to everything. That's my answer.
real?
As long as I'm a little intoxicated, I'm down.
We're good.
I cannot be sober. Those are my two answers for life.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And dude, I've seen that the artists that they have so far, I haven't seen the lineup. But
yeah.
I know 2 people are kind of going viral right now.
Yeah, which is Justin Timberlake and what was her name?
No, Justin Bieber.
Oh damn! Damn, see, that's when you know the tequila's already hitting.
Justin Bieber
Justin Bieber.
and Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, Serena Garza. Yeah, man, we were pre-gaming before this,
Yeah.
and it's already hitting. If you guys are wondering what's in here,
It's not Pedialyte.
Yeah, it's not Pedialyte. It's half of it is Pedialyte. The other half is something else. I figure I'll stay hydrated as I'm, sipping.
Smart man. See, that's how you know he's a drinker.
Yeah, because what did I just say? I can't be sober. I gotta be sipping a little bit. But yeah, dude, yeah, it's crazy how they're both going viral. One of them, Justin Bieber, he's going viral for redoing his own meme, right? Or his own thing that went viral.
Yeah. And his song "Baby," the one that made him go, famous.
Oh yeah.
With Ludacris. So all the adults now are the same like tween little girls and little boys that used to listen to Justin Bieber are now at Coachella.
Yeah.
And like seeing him full, live.
Yeah, because that was like his viral hit that made him big, huh? Yeah, that's pretty tight, man. That's pretty tight. Shout out him, man.
Shout out Justin Bieber. He's had a rough name in the news and the media for a lot of years, and like I think this is the good positive thing to talk about him right now.
It is, yeah. And you know what's crazy, dude? A lot of times, we watch these performers and these famous people get older, right? And we see them from when they're younger to when they grow up. But usually they focus more on the females. Like they'll show a female, when she was a child star, and then they're adults. But seeing him, because like for example, as men, I remember one time somebody made a video talking about his hairline or something was up with his hair, and it's like it's crazy because it's like, dude, he went from a kid to a man, It's like those are things that men really have to deal with.
Yeah.
So it's like it's crazy to see that he was at the point where he was dealing with it.
Right. And him, talking about like the Baby song, you hear it in the background because he has the video playing.
Yeah.
And you see se mira todo morrillo, like little, and then you can hear like he hasn't hit puberty yet, right? And then you hear a grown ass man's baby, baby,
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's awesome, but yeah, it goes to show we're just getting older.
Yeah, that's true. Don't remind me.
I know. Let me drink to that.
Yeah, let me drink to that one.
Cheers to Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because like we grew up with him. We're right there with you.
No, literally. So it was awesome to see it. I literally got on my Instagram this morning, or I think it was yesterday, and everybody was posting the FOMO and they posted like the picture of them being 12 and them at Coachella, and I'm like, dude, that's freaking amazing.
So like it went full circle.
Yeah.
That's tight, man.
So shout out him.
Yeah, shout out him for sure, man. He's a real one.
Yeah, but in the same light of this being positive, did you hear about the negative?
Yeah, dude. The whole thing about people trying to cancel Sabrina Carpenter now.
Yeah.
When I first seen it, so let's explain to him real quick first what happened. Do you want to
go ahead?
Okay. So basically, she just sat down on the piano or whatever her instrument is, and she's about to perform, and then somebody in the crowd yells at her. They do like a war cry or something, right? With their culture, but she's up there and there's thousands of people yelling at her. So she's not going to be able to hear everything that people are saying. So she's trying to be funny, she's, oh, what is that? A yodel, right? Mm-hmm. So then the girl is like, oh no, it's something from my country or my culture. So then she's like, oh, I don't like it, blah, blah. But to me, I'm like, dude, she just, Sabrina is probably just trying to stay in character or trying to, she's like, dude, I'm here to do a concert. Like, she doesn't have time to think too much, Mm-hmm. And then there's all these hundreds of thousands of people yelling at her. And it's probably loud up there. But it's like, dude, she's in the middle of her performance. Like, what do you guys really expect her to do in that specific moment? She's like, all eyes are on her. Everybody's watching her. And us from doing this, she probably has a bunch of lights on her that she can't even see the people she's talking to, She probably don't even know, like, where the sound came from and stuff like that. So she's just trying to do the best she can because she's up there and she knows all eyes are on her. And which is true because, look, now everybody's trying to cancel her.
Yeah. I thought that was a pretty, it was I feel like the girl that was yelling, doing her culture thing, in that interaction and the dialogue, she was like, oh, it's something, something. And she was like, what is this? Something, because Sabrina said, so she was being sarcastic. She was being, and us, we love dark humor. But I think in that moment, she didn't even know that it had to do anything with her religion or anything to do with her culture. I just feel like she just saw someone yelling louder than the other people that were yelling and called them out just for being like, dude, like, shh, you know?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And I would be annoyed too. Like if someone, if anybody talks over you while you're talking, you're like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I think she said, what is this, Rain Man? Or I forgot what.
Burning Man.
Burning Man, yeah. So when she said, oh, what is this? Is this Burning Man? It's another event, huh? Like a live event like that. But that one's more up this way. That one's more towards Reno in the desert also. But that one went viral the last event because it was a sandstorm and it was just ratchet and stuff.
Yeah.
So she was making a sarcastic joke about that.
Yeah. Because Coachella, when you see it, it's more like a high class, high end type of event.
Yeah.
And then when you think of Burning Man, it's more of a, like quote unquote, like ratchet.
Yeah. So she's probably like, what, are you guys pranking me right now?
Right.
Like, did I show up to the wrong event?
Sarcasm at its finest.
Yeah. To me, I thought it was pretty funny. Mm-hmm. I didn't see anything, bad behind it. Right. What about you?
No, yeah. And then people that are fans of Sabrina Carpenter know that she is known for being that like, como not mean girl, but also like standing on business, you know? So I feel like she was still in character. And for people to run with that and run to social media and call her like she's like she has phobia of other religions and other, races, it's like, dude, you guys are hella milking it.
Yeah.
It's doing too much.
Yeah, dude, you know how I see that? I see that, like, for example, us Mexicans, we have el grito. Mm-hmm. So when somebody's drinking, the tios and, they're out in the backyard drinking, with the carne asada, they start doing the grito, So it's like, I don't expect every person in the planet, every other religion, every other culture to understand what we know as el grito. So I'm not going to get mad. It's like if I go to somebody's show and I do el grito, they're going to be like, hey, what happened? Somebody stubbed your toe or what? Like somebody stubbed on your toe? Why are you yelling like that?
Yeah.
And, I don't expect everybody to get that.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like that's the kind of moment that she got caught up in. And they're just trying to cancel her for it,
Yeah. And it's funny that you say that because I was thinking of something to like kind of like put it side by side.
Yeah.
And yeah, the grito is, Mexicans are very known for that. So if someone doesn't understand it or like questions it or looks at you like, oh, you're crazy, it's somebody yelling.
Yeah.
Mind you, right?
Yeah.
From the outside looking in, I am going to look at you like you're doing too much. But that doesn't mean I'm racist. It just means that you're screaming and I'm telling you like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. I can't even do a grito. That's how much like, and I don't want to mess it up. Or else I would do an example on here of what the grito is. I'm gonna try to find a sound and try to insert it.
Ay, otro con un grito. Do all of you want to hear a real grito?
But yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. And like to us, it means something. That's why I'm not risking right now to ruin it. I'm not trying to do it right now. I'm just gonna ruin it. And then somebody's gonna clip that and be like, oh, look at his attempt to do the grito. He effed that up.
Right.
But so that's what I think happened.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just a misunderstanding. Completely.
And anybody that's jumping on that bandwagon to try to cancel her for that, it's like, cancel her for something else. Like, if y'all really want to, it's like I'm sure she has other things that you guys can cancel her for. Yeah. But this specifically, I feel like they're pushing it.
Speaking of the whole Coachella as a whole, have you ever been to any huge event like that?
Yes. Oh, I did. When they did the System of a Down and the Deftones up here in San Francisco, it was a huge rock concert. But yeah, it was a whole bunch of people, a huge field. It was raining. So yes, I have a experience something like that with me and the girls.
Yeah, I actually remember when you guys went. That was tight.
It was huge. So worth it. I got lost, but it was fun.
Dude, and it's crazy that they did that in San Francisco because San Francisco has all these hills.
Yes.
For people that aren't familiar, that they got all kinds of crazy hills. There's hills that are like straight up like this. Mm-hmm. Right? So it's like,
yes. And then mind you, there's literally 0 to none parking.
Yeah.
So there was like shuttles driving people that were from out of state or out of town from their hotels to to the place. But people that are from like Sac, Lodi, like people here close by, we could just drive to San Francisco.
Yeah.
So it sucked parking.
Yeah.
And that hence to why I got lost trying to find my car.
That's what I was going to say. Did you guys get lost? Yeah. I think you talked about it like after, huh?
Yeah.
On one of the episodes?
It was so creepy and it was at night and nobody helped. I was like, dude, it's me and my 2 little girls. Maybe that was bad on my part, but I didn't drink that day.
Yeah.
Sober. And I got lost. But it was so amazing. Worth it. Mm-hmm.
That's tight, man. Me, I don't think I've ever been to a big event like that. Just because I don't like being around hella people. I try to avoid people at all costs. I think probably the only biggest event I've gone to recently would probably be like the state fair here in Calizo.
Yeah.
But that's like probably nothing compared to like an event like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I try to stay away from events like that.
Yeah. And what's funny? Like, Danny is super like antisocial, but at the same time, he is an introvert. Like, extrovert.
Yeah.
He likes people, but from a distance.
Yes.
But in places like that, I feel like there's a certain etiquette where everybody has each other's backs.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a common concert goers, like you see familiar faces, you see familiar people, and you're like, oh, hey, or, whatever. So I feel like it's that narrative of like, if you are antisocial, try it out and like see how you feel for it, and you might fall in love with it.
Yeah.
I sure did.
Yeah, that's true.
I sure did.
That's true because that's how I was saying like that I would love for us to go next year to Coachella.
I'm down.
Especially with like the way that our followers, they're hella into it, and then like people that we follow are into it. Yeah. I'd be hella down.
And you know what? There's another one coming to Vegas. It's not Coachella, obviously, but it's the Signal World with also System of a Down. Oh, wow. And it's a huge carnival like type of. It's in Vegas, and we know you have friends in Vegas that might also want to consider going to, so we could go to that one too.
Yeah, dude. Actually, you know what? Speaking of Vegas, Vegas has their own thing going on this whole week too. It's called Viva Las Vegas, actually.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so shout out Vegas. Anybody watching us from Vegas, shout out Viva Las Vegas. They don't even, the locals there, they don't even call it Viva Las Vegas no more. They just call it Viva.
Nice.
So they're like, oh, this week is Viva. I've never been to it myself, but I know every year my friends and my clients that live out there, like our one person that we talked about it here before, Joanna, they always talk about it. So I've been watching like her stories, like, oh man, like yesterday was hella lit, today's about to be more lit. And it's pretty much the same thing where they have a bunch of different bands like all through the whole week.
Oh, see, that's dope.
Yeah. So shout out Vegas. Shout out
Vegas. We're gonna be there soon.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. We're still we got half of that planned out, and then we're trying to plan the other half.
Yeah. Currently planning my daughter's skiing day, so that's like kind of priority. But then after that, we hit game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And also we are gonna go out of town soon for a show, but not that far out of town.
Yeah.
It's gonna be let's see, it's gonna be for the Duno show, right?
Yes. Dude, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you
Shout
guys
out
know
Duno.
us, shout out Duno. We are huge fans of Duno. We've talked about him of the Clica movie, of the Horchata, I don't even want to start that one out, but that one. The Brown Bag, Cheese Man with Duno in Jakarta, this, all that. So we're gonna see him finally in his act, in his element. We've seen him on stage when it came down to Brown Bag. We've seen him, outside of Brown Bag when he came to Yuba to record the thing. So it's like we're gonna see him on stage doing his thing, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, and it's gonna be where, Stockton? Or what?
No, it's here in Sacramento.
Oh, it's here in Sac.
Yeah.
Oh, tight. Even better. Even
So
better.
Concrete was Stockton.
Oh, okay.
Duno is here in Sacramento.
Oh, okay. See, I got confused because one of my friends, she posted she went to San Jose to go see him.
Yes, yeah.
Like a week ago. Mm-hmm. So I'm all over the place.
Yeah. And we're so used to going out of town to like see things like that, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Cool. That means I don't have to drive drunk too far.
Yeah.
Nah.
We don't drive right.
Yeah, nah.
Only
Yeah.
on Sundays.
Yeah.
And it's on a Sunday.
Oh, it is on a Sunday. Dude, it is on a Sunday. I can't wait. But yeah, it's going to be at the Punchline, right?
The Punchline,
Yeah.
Sacramento. And hopefully I'm having my fingers crossed. I hope that he comes with his co-host of his podcast, which is Jakarta.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, I think he's going to tag along.
I hope so. Because
Yeah.
it says Duno and the homies.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? He had to add a second show here in Sacramento because the first one sold out. And I was surprised that he actually sold out the first show because it's like, we don't think anybody knows him up here.
Yeah.
But then you really realize, no, he's that big now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was shocked when my homegirl posted him all the way in San Jose. She's from Sac, but they drove to San Jose for a show.
And I'm sure she went to the San Jose one because the Sacramento one got sold out so quick. And then they had to add the second show like a month later.
Yeah.
Because they were asking for it. So that's dope. Shout out Duno. He's like,
Yeah,
he's doing great.
Man. Shout out Duno. He's doing hella good. You know what? And I feel like he is gonna bring Jakarta, just because that's like his BFF and shit.
Yeah.
That's like when we travel, we always go together too. So it's like if she's out in LA, I'm right there with her. If I gotta go to LA for something, she's right there too.
And I hope they vlog it. I hope they vlog
should.
the Sacramento one. And
be tight.
I had a friend too, another friend that went to the San Jose one.
Yeah.
And we hopefully in the future we have this person that I'm about to mention on the podcast, because when the homegirl from San Jose mentioned him, Duno knew exactly who she was talking about.
Oh,
so I hope that one day you guys get to meet our homie Danny from LA on this podcast soon. He has a plug on everything, and he's we got to give him his flowers because he's also a character, and I think that he would be great on this podcast.
Yeah, no, definitely. We've been wanting to bring him on the podcast for so long. He's definitely a personality. We know he's gonna do hella good on here.
Yeah.
And then we also have like a certain episode planned.
Yes.
Involving him. We're not gonna give it away here, but we're gonna have. It's just that we live so far from each other that it's hard to set it up. But you guys will be seeing him on here for sure, man.
Yeah, he's such a character.
Yeah, my tocayo, man. Shout out Danny. Shout out Danny.
So I'm sure like if Duno were to see us, or if he has like a meet and greet there and we mention this fool, I mean, of course he's gonna know who. We're familiar faces too from going to the show.
Yeah.
Like, we're not gonna discredit us, but I know Danny is like he has not missed not one show, not one meet and greet, and so he's very well known. In the brown bag community. Yeah,
true. When they land here and the plane opens up the bag to get their luggage, Danny's gonna be in there.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh man, nah, just like shout out
Danny.
Shout out, I love you, man. Mi tocayo, mi tocayo.
Yes. Precious cargo. Oh, I just spit.
But you know what's funny? The meme that you were showing me where Duno and Gemelo got into it.
Dude, I don't know if it was a skit. I don't know, but I'm sure everybody knows that. Right now, streaming is a huge thing right now on Twitch, and then all the artists are coming up on streaming. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with Gemelo and Theo, right? Theo is the one that I'm gonna just mention it. It's obvious, he has the Down syndrome, so he's best friends with Gemelo. And there is a part where I haven't seen the whole show or the whole episode, but Duno went up to him and was like, "Oh, shout out Theo, thanks to him, for ¿cómo se?
For making you famous or getting you signed or something like that.
He was like, "Oh, shout out Theo for saving your career."
Oh yeah, for saving your career.
And it looked like Gemelo got really mad.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, well, sorry that no one can save yours."
Yeah.
And Jakarta, Duno was like, "Oh, shout out Jakarta, because of the Cheeseman with Duno.
Yeah.
He's getting great views." And it really looked like they was about to get down.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, maybe it's a skit,
Yeah.
But it looked like that hurt his feelings.
Yeah, to Duno's credit and to Jakarta's credit, I do feel that Jakarta revived Duno's podcasting, like that momentum that he had going. Because we all thought, damn, it's dying down now that they canceled Brown Bag, and then here comes Jakarta to save the day.
Dude. And honestly, it's been going great for them.
Yeah, and I was telling Eddie, the reason I love their podcast is because they don't care. They just say the jokes.
Yep.
Like they don't care about getting canceled. And it's like, I told her, like, dude, sometimes I wish we could joke about certain things on here, but, we don't want to get canceled. But obviously they're a bigger name than us.
Yeah.
But so they have, even if people try to cancel them, people are still going to, have their back. Like we have their back.
Yeah.
But I love that they just say the joke, They don't try to edit themselves,
Right.
Even if after they're like, oh, just playing. But it's like the way that, it's like, just let the joke come out. It was funny, cool, laugh, and go, yeah.
Like the people that want to cancel Sabrina Carpenter should not listen to the Duno.
Definitely. You know who else? Their podcast is also like that, and it's also a group of dudes. It's nothing but dudes. So Duno and Jakarta is two dudes, and then the people in the background, it's all dudes también. So that's why they be joking like that. But the podcast of Ponte las Pilas.
Oh, okay.
It's all dudes, and they also be busting out those crazy jokes that you're like, oh, damn, like he really said that. But it's like, as dudes, we get it. Like, we're not sensitive. We're like, bro, that's like me. That's what caught my attention with Ponte las Pilas. It's like, dude, what? They really said that? That's hella funny. Boom, subscribe. It's like, they really went there. And like I said before, I've been out to the IE where they're at. Ponte las Pilas. I've been out to like their area. I shouted them out when I was out there. Like I said, they're from like Fontana and the surrounding areas. But yeah, that's what I love about Duno and Jakarta.
Yeah.
That they're just like, they
super
just go
open.
It.
Yeah, they're like not politically correct in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's like it goes with the flow. I feel like they don't even have like I feel like they do have subjects to talk about.
Yeah.
But they just do their own thing and it works for them.
Yeah.
And they're getting tons of views and tons of and it's like I feel like a lot of maybe previous podcasts that Duno work with maybe try to censor him for the fear of getting canceled. And this is showing that it's like, look, he has it. Yeah. I honestly want to give him his flowers because I feel like he's still like, I'm gonna stand on my stuff. Like, this is me, and I don't want to feel like I have to filter myself out to be accepted because people are accepting him regardless.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. Like, if you want like a little pick me up, obviously after watching our podcast, I think that's a really good podcast to watch. But if you're super sensitive, don't watch.
Yeah. Like if you're the kind of person that goes to a comedy show, a stand-up comedy show to get offended, don't watch theirs.
That
don't
part.
Watch theirs. Mm-hmm. But if you're not the sensitive type, just to give you a warning, their show is the kind that you don't want to hear around certain coworkers. Right. You don't want to hear it around certain people.
Put on some AirPods.
Yeah, put on some AirPods and then just let it go. And
let it go.
And be prepared to start laughing.
Yeah, it's really funny. Like I could be listening to a podcast, and as soon as I get the notification of like, oh, Duno just dropped another, I stop that one and start watching that one. Yeah. Like it's that good. So
yeah, it's funny, man. Yeah, they're hella funny.
It's a good one. But talking about Gemelo, I wanted to ask your opinion about this because I got not into it, but I had a conversation about this. Mm-hmm. Going back to the Gemelo guy, right? Mm-hmm. Love his music. I think he's awesome. How do you feel about him having Theo on the streams with him? And a lot of people saying that he's only hanging out with Theo because people feel sorry that he has like Down syndrome or that he's like, on the spectrum of, what that. Yeah. How do you feel about that? I want to pick your brain at it.
First, I would just say I love these questions. I love these type of questions because they really make our brains think of stuff. Man, that's a tough one though. That's a tough one. I feel that in my point of view, I feel like they might just genuinely be homies, and then they genuinely hang out. They genuinely, they would normally probably genuinely hang out behind the scenes already. But you never really know. So I feel like if he's only using them for for views and for for income and stuff, then it's pretty effed up. But if they're like genuinely homeboys and they would normally hang out even if the cameras weren't there, then I feel like it's cool. But it's a tough one. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, I wanna say how I feel about it, because I feel like this is, I think that even if he was using him for clout, I think that he picked the right person too. Yeah. Right? Because when people see someone that has Down syndrome, it's so quick to be like, ay, pobrecito.
Yeah. That too, yeah.
And I want people to see people with Down syndrome. I love watching Down with Love on, it's a whole bunch of people with Down syndrome, or on Love on the Spectrum, because it's like they're real people. Yeah. So Theo could be at home in his room scrolling or doing whatever at home solito, but he's out here streaming, making money for his family. A lot of people don't want to give him a job because of his condition, because of, an extra chromosome, whatever. And I feel like Theo had his, not Theo, Gemelo is taking a chance on him. And I feel like, they are genuinely best friends. Yeah. And it's like, well, who other than this sweet, big old teddy bear? Yeah. Like, hell yeah, take him out. Hell yeah, they be doing bumps in the back of the car. They be, bitches, and, doing the most. And he could be at home. Yeah. Not a care in the world. But he's taking a chance on him. And if they are making money together in revenue, why hate on that? Yeah.
And I will say to that, you know for a fact that when the whole Love on the Spectrum show came out, I told you I don't think that's genuine. Yeah. Right? I told you that. Mm-hmm. But with Theo, it's genuine.
It's genuine.
Like you could just tell that's really his vibe.
Yeah, and he like sings to him, and he said, "I love you, Papa," and like I love it. Yeah. And I had a conversation with somebody, and they were like, "Oh, that's why you like him, because it's like you think, oh my God, it's so cute." Because it's like, no, it's the fact that, okay, quote unquote, está malito, está. People can see him. In the Mexican culture or Latino culture, we look at the people que están así, like, oh, están malitos, or, But no, he's looking at him like another human. That's my other homie, and we're hanging out. Like I said, Theo could be at home, rotting in bed. Yeah. No one even knows who he is. And now he's in front and center of this whole streaming thing. Yeah. And I bet you guys know exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah. But if he was at home and people treated him like a pobrecito, y'all wouldn't even know who he was.
That's true, man. Because, I've seen it. I've seen it just like, like just in school, and just in general in school and stuff like that. A lot of times you'll see a child, a little baby that is born like that, right? Mm-hmm. So when they're babies, everybody's like, oh, look at him, he's so, or her, they're so awesome. And then when they grow, to be an adult, like Theo's age, they just forget all about him. Yep. That's why when I said about Love on the Spectrum, I was like, I don't feel like that's realistic. But with him, he's still getting that attention. Yeah. Because, people are seeing his personality and they're like, oh, dude, he's genuinely hella funny. Mm-hmm. He looks like he's having fun. And then everybody around him is having fun. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, hey, como he's still, let him make his money and let him have his fun.
Yep. And that's the thing, too, that Gemelo, you see on the stream that he respects the time that Theo has to go home. He talks to the mom. He talks to the family. Is okay with it. Yeah. As long as his mama and his dad know who he's with and that he's safe. I mean, everything's getting streamed. Yeah. So they know exactly where he's at all times because it's live. Yeah. I don't see a problem with it. And I honestly think that shows a lot of character for Gemelo. Because like I said, he could go and get someone that used to be famous. Yeah. To look, Oblivion, he's pulling up with Ryan Garcia. He's pulling up with boxers, people that already have a name for themselves. Gemelo could have gone in with any other influencer, click up with anybody he wants, but he does do that, but he brings his friend with him.
Yeah, man, that's true. I hella agree. And I'm about to say something right now. It's a little bit, it's separate from, the entertainment industry, but I've seen it firsthand, and I'm sure you did too. So I used to work for Goodwill, right? The Goodwill Industries, the thrift stores, right? They're all over the States, right? People are trying to cancel Goodwill. But when I worked there, I saw them hire people that were on the spectrum. Yeah. I saw them hire people that were, on, they might have this disability, this other disability. People that were, that had, that were just like Theo. And when I saw that they actually give people with disabilities or you know, I don't know if I'm saying the wrong word or
Right.
you know, but people that were on the spectrum that another job would have never normally hired them, and Goodwill like they focus so much on hiring people, you know, like Theo, that I gave props to them. Yeah. I saw it firsthand. I saw them. I worked shoulder to shoulder with them, and I seen them. I used to drive the trucks for Goodwill, and I used to pull up to, you know, all the Goodwills around town, and I would see the workers there. You know, I saw with my own two eyes. So I feel that that's what Gemelo's doing. Is like, okay, nobody else would have put him on. Let me put him on real quick.
Yep.
Or let me bring him through. You know.
Yep. And shout out him. And like just like Danny, I used to work at Goodwill too. I was a cashier for them for a while.
Yeah.
And same thing. And I'll tell you this much. Me starting there, I was going to high school and I was taking the bus to go work every single day after school. And when I would get there, the people that were quote unquote normal employees would be so rude. Would be so rude. They would
They were the a-holes.
They were. They would want me to quit, right? But I needed money. So I would go clock in and try to ignore these people, these grown people trying to pick on a high school kid, right? But you know who was the nicest? And you know who had integrity? And you know who had a good work ethic? And as soon as a 15-minute break was over, they were already on the floor working. The people that with the disabilities. And forgive us if we sound ignorant or you're not using the right terms. But you know, we mean well.
The ones with the special needs.
Yeah, with the special needs. They were on it.
Yes.
And they were the nicest people that I have ever worked with. And I always think about them all the time too.
Yeah.
So yes, I love that Gemelo is, you know, taking a chance with Theo, and I feel like that was a good choice of having like a co-host or like his homie there. You know.
Yeah.
So I like that.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I agree.
And also shout out Gemelo for getting signed to JOP's label.
Oh yeah, that too. Hey.
Shout out him.
Shout out, Pa.
Yeah,
Shout
I know. Pa. We love you, Pa. I think that's shout out him.
Shout out him.
him.
Man, that really is awesome, Pa.
You know what? That's funny too, because a lot of people now are saying "pa" and not "pa" or whatever. But you know who's the OGs of saying that? The Puerto Ricans.
Oh yeah,
the papi.
Yeah, dude, that's true. Shout out Puerto Ricans. Shout out all the Ricans that are watching us.
Yeah,
support us.
But the Jakarta and the Duna ones, they say pops.
Yeah. But no, dude, there's one episode where Jakarta every 2 minutes, like, that's what I'm talking about, pa. Like, you know, he was doing it on purpose to be funny. But dude, speaking of that, right? Did you see the sketch that Concrete made about Gemelo getting signed?
Oh,
no,
yes.
Did you see?
When he put on the
yeah. So
you gotta clip it.
Yeah, so Concrete dressed up as JOP. And you know, he has long hair, so he brought down his long hair right here, and then he's like, "Hey, pa, I'm gonna send you guys, you know." And then him and the other guy were the, you know, Gemelo and the other guy, and then they're like, "Oh, gracias, pa, we promoted everything a lot, pa." It was funny, man.
Yeah,
it was funny.
You have to see it, yeah. And hopefully you guys really do know who we're talking about, because they're super popular.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know, you probably live under a rock.
Yeah,
but no, I like watching them.
Yeah, most likely if you're Latino, you've probably seen their videos. You just didn't know who they are and stuff like that. But yeah, they're like everything about that was so awesome that they got signed.
Yeah,
and then like I said, all the people making memes about it.
And then seeing like the comment influencers like link up and like do skits or not skits and almost fight. But it's nice seeing everybody, because we kind of feel like, oh, we know them.
Yeah,
you know,
true. No, for sure. And then again, you know, one that's gonna he's been working on sketches is Torta Patrol.
Yeah, see, we gotta have him start streaming.
Yeah, he did the you know how all the CEOs are tasting their own burgers and stuff? So Torta Patrol, he doesn't make tortas, but he did a torta taste test.
Right.
It was pretty funny. Make sure you guys follow him too, by the way. It's right here. This is his IG. It's torta.patrol. Make sure you guys follow him. This is his real page, torta.patrol. If you get a request from anyone else, it's not going to be him. It's torta.patrol on IG. Make sure you guys go follow him.
Yes.
And then, you know, he's going to add some of the old videos back on his page, because right now his page only has like 3 posts.
Yeah.
But he's working on getting more stuff on there. But yeah, that was tight, man.
Yeah.
That was tight.
And talking about streamers, one that kind of went a little viral too was Well, she's been known Alabama Barker,
Yes.
which is Blink-182's very own Travis Barker's daughter.
Barker. Hey, shout out Travis Barker. He's representing for the tall, tatted Scorpios. Shout out.
So Alabama, okay, I'm gonna say it like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sound a little ratchet today. If you guys know Catch Me Outside Girl, Danielle, whatever her name is, everybody likes her for who she is, right?
Yeah.
And she had beef with Alabama. During that beef,
What?
yeah, it was like
I didn't even know.
supposedly she like slept with her baby daddy. I don't know. It's some girl shit, right? So I feel like based off of that, me acting like I know them, I was like, I don't like Alabama, right? I was like, girl, like that's her baby daddy, like leave her alone. There's so many men out here. Why you gotta go with someone? You know, some girl stuff. But I seen this clip. If you guys know streamers, you guys know Neon.
Yeah.
Okay. And this girl, Alabama Barker, is known for being the baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Nepo baby.
Nepo baby. Basically, she was, born into a life already, made with richness, like Shardy Bay says. Super richness.
Yeah.
So Alabama could come off as like she doesn't know the value of a dollar, right? Because she never had to quote unquote work for her money.
Yeah.
But you would get that based off of like how she grew up, right?
Yeah.
So I seen this stream with Neon where she gave off a vibe of like wifey, right? This is her friend, and they went to a very fancy restaurant, and you can see that it's super, fancy. And from what she says, like he's having a really hard time cutting a steak, right? So he gets up and excuse himself to go somewhere, I don't know where. And she gets up during the stream and she's like, oh, I'm going to cut it for him because I can't stand watching him having like a problem with him cutting his steak.
Yeah.
And she like cuts it all nice and neat, places the fork and the knife where they're supposed to on the plate. She sits down, he comes back and he's like, you cut my steak?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I told the stream that I was just tired of looking at you not being able to cut it. Then he was like, I actually wasn't going to eat it because I had a hard time cutting it, but thank you. That little gesture made me look at her and be like, yep, I like her. And the reason why I say this is because you can tell being an Nepo baby, she had to be taken care of by like a caregiver or like a babysitter.
Yep.
And if you see the stream, her babysitter is Hispanic.
Oh, what?
Hispanic.
Shout out Latinos and Latinas.
And those roots are being embedded in her of being like humble.
Yep.
And throughout the stream, she kept saying like, I'm the trick. I want to pay. I want to do this. And I was like, dude, I love that for her.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, when you showed me the clip, it did give me wifey vibes right off the bat. It gave me you guys know what it gave the image that I pictured immediately when she showed me the clip. Latinos, they're gonna know what I'm talking about. It's like when you bring your girl to the carne asada, and then all your tias are there, your mom's there, your sisters are there, everybody's there, and then you bring your girl. And she's like, oh, hey, let me get a plate for you. Like, she grabs your plate and she's like, let me go, they have to, ¿quieres arroz? ¿Quieres frijoles? ¿Quieres, tortillas? Dos tortillas? How many do you want? So it gave me that vibe. And I'm not saying that a female has to do that, but I'm saying when a female does do that, it's like we as men, like especially Latinos men, I'm Mexican, so I'm only talking about my people, Mexican. When the female does that, I'm like, oh, yup, that's wifey material right there.
Yeah.
And and then when you told me that she was, her nanny is, a Latina, I was like, "Yep, makes sense."
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And honestly, like I seen it because, like I said, she could have been like, "Oh, look how dumb he looks. He doesn't even know how to cut a steak. He's not a boss. He's not this." She could have judged him. She could have been like, "Oh, well, you got all this money, but don't know how to cut a steak." She could have like downplayed him, who he was. Like, clearly you don't eat fancy food a lot, but no, she said, "You know what? I'm gonna cut it for him." And, she kind of poked fun at it. But at the end of the day, she did that. That gesture alone spoke volumes to me. And I'm a girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that made me look at her in a different light because people know she has a reputation.
Yeah.
People know that, people are going to talk. That's neither here or there. The fact that she went out of her way to do that shows people that taught her that, did that for her, and she's passing it on to whoever needs the help, you know?
Yeah, and it's crazy because it only took a few seconds. Like it was
literally
quick. And it's like I said, those who will appreciate it, it's gonna mean a lot to them. Like I told her right on the spot, I was like, dude, that gives me like wifey vibes too. Mm-hmm. We don't expect a female to do that. A female never has to do that. But I've seen comments and I've seen videos where females will be like, I'm never, nunca le voy a hacer un plato a un hombre, just hella stuff,
Yeah.
So it's like, her doing that and, she ain't even Hispanic, that caught me off guard.
And she got money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that
she's
too, yeah.
used to people serving her.
Yeah.
She's used, so it's like I feel like she gave the type of like, if they were to go to a family event, a carne asada, she would go out of her way to serve. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And there's another clip too where she does the same for her homegirl.
Yeah.
So it's like someone being in that stature, like of that tax bracket, isn't humble like that. So that to me spoke like, yeah, that's a homegirl. That's a wifey.
Yeah, for example, like someone her that stature, she would have called the waiter or the waitress, hey, can you come cut that real quick?
Yep.
Like that. But like her going, oh, here, let me just fix this real quick.
Yep.
Like I know that when the dude got back, he was like, oh shit.
And he had the biggest smile on his face. So it's
did.
like, dude, like, I pay attention to that.
Yeah, heck yeah.
And a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, he got 2 hands, or he shouldn't have ordered the steak, or next time he knows better. But it's like, that's the point of like why that spoke volumes, because a lot of people would say that, you know?
That spoke a lot to me too, especially, how we just said she could have really just called the waiter over or the waitress and then, have them, slice it up and then gave them an extra tip, Yeah. But she was like, no, let me do that.
Yeah.
But I want to do a PSA right now. Ladies, regardless of your nationality, if you plan to date a Latino, specifically Mexican, I'm Mexican, so I'm talking about Mexicans. If you want to impress that fool and his family, when he invites you to a carne asada, prepare his plate for him. He will wife you up. And his family will be like, oh, me gustó la muchacha. Guaranteed. Because like I said, when I seen that video, and this is a white girl doing that in the video, I was even like, where's she at? How old is she? She over 18? Okay, let's do this right now. I'm flying to LA right now.
Travis Barker up.
Yeah. Plus Travis Barker. Okay. Travis Barker being her dad, I got so much respect for him.
Yeah. Then you would have to respect her.
Yeah. So I have to respect her. But if I had a son, I'd be like, hey, mijo, this is her name, this is her dad. Go get her. She's over there in LA. Go wipe her up. But yeah, man, and that's awesome that she's that's Travis Barker's daughter.
Yeah.
Because we've always gave Travis Barker his props.
Yeah.
He's a fellow Scorpio. He's tall like me, tatted like me. He's a lot more famous than me though. Yeah. A lot more. But I'm catching up. But yeah, man. But that's tight. That's tight.
And the clip went so viral, so much so that. People are even assuming that she's dating him. What? So that's how much wifey vibe she gave.
It really is. Yeah.
That people are like, oh, they're gonna date soon. Watch, they're gonna date.
See, that's only something that Latinos would notice. Yeah. Even though it was so small, it means so much. Yeah. I'm saying like a while back, I was like, I was out of town, and then I was hanging out with like a certain friend of ours, and then without saying too much, it kind of gave me those same vibes. Yeah. Remember I had and it was something that the average person would never even notice, but it caught me so off guard that I was like, oh, what the F? Like, what? Like the same way that little clip, that the clip took 2 seconds, and I was like, oh shit, in 2 seconds I was in love.
And I showed him the clip specifically because he mentioned that to me, and I said, what you said about this person reminded me of this clip.
Yeah.
Or this clip reminded me of what you said of that person.
Yeah. When you're like expecting, okay, this is a strong, independent woman, there's no way she's gonna be like warm and loving like that.
Right.
Or, definitely not prepare me a freaking plate. Mm-hmm. When they do, you're so off guard as a guy. That's what I'm saying. Ladies, if you're dating or plan to date a Latino, specifically a Mexican, and you want to impress him, do that. Prepare his plate for him.
And you know what? I want to point this out, and I'm going to call us out, girls. I'm going to call us out. I'm a girl's girl, but I'm not going to be biased. The bar is so low for men that if you guys talk ish about it, y'all just don't want men.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to just call us out because it's so ask my brothers when they come or like, oh, I'm gonna serve you real quick, or oh, I already get this service, or whatever. It's so 1, 2, 3, none.
Yeah.
I serve my girls, and my girls are grown, but it's just the idea of me cooking and I want to feed you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It si no te nace, okay, whatever. But The bar is so low for men.
Yeah.
That
really
if
is,
if you're gonna talk ish about it, like I said, you clearly don't want to.
Yeah. No, and it's true, because, like, as Latinos, going back to Duno, he was raised by all sisters, and he said recently, right?
Yep.
What did he say on that episode?
He said, "I never touched a plate
Yeah.
in my life because I have 4 sisters and a mom."
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. When I heard him say that, I was like, "Oh, you about to get canceled?
Yeah.
Oh, they gonna come after this fool."
And they tried.
Yeah, but it's like, as Latinos, we know exactly what he means. It's not that nobody told his sisters or his mom to to do that. They just les nace de corazón. That's how it is in the Latino household. So I'm used to, like, without asking, my sister right here, Eddie, I'll be like, "Hey, here, I'll fix you a plate." Or my other sister, en paz descanse, hey, we're at a carne asada. Oh, here, I'll fix you a plate real quick. Without asking. So it's just like, that's just a little gesture of love. Like I said, it doesn't have to be, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend. But it's like so small that a lot of us Latinos, we get spoiled like that.
Yeah.
From home, from our family, from our, hermanas, mom, tias, everything. So when we're out to the real world and we see that other cultures don't do that, we're like, oh, damn, okay, like. So when we see someone that's another culture doing it, we're like, what the fuck? Like, we're shocked. I was shocked.
Yeah. And it's so funny, too, because I'm going to mention this, too. Shout out to chat. Because when we would have the carne asada, remember when we had the carne asada, and shout out Joss, at her house, we were prepping the food, and all of us looked at each other, and we were like, okay, let's go serve the guys. All the girls got together and served all the boys, But that's just a culture thing, I feel like you said. It's a culture thing. It's not, nobody's making us do anything.
Yeah.
No one's gonna make you do anything. If you don't want to, don't do it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to point the light on Alabama because I got a super negative narrative of her, and now I don't.
Yeah, and I can attest to that. That's really what happened at Joss's house.
Yeah.
Where because you served my plate. You served my plate. And I showed up there with my sister, and then so everybody's serving their husband, boyfriend, whatever, and then my sister was like, I can't eat certain things. So she was, oh, hey, I already served you, like, blah, blah. And then, so yeah, I could attest to that.
Yeah. And there's other people in the chat that also don't have wives or girlfriends.
Yeah.
And the once the girls first served their men, they served the other men.
Yeah.
And here, homie, or here, bro, or whatever,
Yeah.
But yeah, specifically me for Danny, because he doesn't eat certain things, and everybody was getting a little bit of everything. So just for him not to have that on his plate, I was like, I got Danny.
Yeah, yeah, and like I said, like it's just such a small gesture that only certain cultures will like even notice it. Because if you do that for a different culture, they might not even notice it, or they might not even know. They might not even know. Like me, and a lot of Latinos, we're wowed about it. We're like, oh shit, well, that's tight. Other cultures won't even notice it.
Yeah.
So it depends on the culture. But like I said, ladies, if you're trying to get you a Mexican fool. Do that for him.
Yeah, I thought that was dope. I wanted to give her flowers because I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, hey, ladies, grab the plate, look back, make sure all the tias and all the primas and his grandma, make sure his grandma's looking too, grab the spoon and be like, hey, babe, I got your plate, babe.
Heck of obvious.
Yeah. Even if he's over there, just look over there at all the tias. Look at all the tias, make sure all them PCs ain't got nothing to say.
Yep. Like, look, you guys, I'm serving them.
Yup. Oh man.
And then always hit them with the cuántas tortillas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. ¿Cuántas tortillas? 5 or 6? Okay, ahí te van.
And the cherry on top is bringing a beer.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, definitely. Bring him a cold ice one. Us, we like Modelos, but whatever he likes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You're gonna impress him and his family. For sure. They're gonna be like, hey, when are you gonna marry my nephew? When are you gonna marry my cousin, my brother?
But we're girls too, So just we don't want to get the wrong impression of like, oh, girls need to do this because guys need to. The same way that you want your tire fixed when your car is broke down, and the same way you want your man to pay your bills and your nails and your hair is the same way that a man just wants you to fix him his plate.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. And we said out here before, a dude should always know how to fix a tire, especially you girls' tire. It's like if you don't want to fix your own tire, cool. But if your girl has a flat tire, you better pull up, Google it real quick, watch a YouTube
video. I didn't know how to make pozole, and you know what I did? I YouTubed it.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I actually want to make a YouTube tutorial on how to change a tire.
You should.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that so that because I know that there's a lot of people that don't know how to do that. But yeah,
and not
man.
even on no shade. Like, yeah, I think that's a great thing to do, because some people don't have that guidance on how to, do things like that.
Yeah. Like last week, I actually had a flat tire.
You did.
And and it caught me off guard because I had to drive up to the mountains and stuff. And then that morning, immediately, boom, I got out there with the tools, put on my Michael Myers suit, got into the car, changed out the tire, and then got it replaced. And then, by the time I had to be up where I had to be, I was up there on time. But yeah, ladies, so just be assured that if you're able to fix his plate for him, he's going to be able to fix your tire.
Absolutely. Sure. Clip this.
Yes.
For sure. I feel like that's a fair trade. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like the bar for for men is really low.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's going to be a game changer, honestly. If you don't do that, start doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
And shout out, if you already do this, shout out you guys. Yes. And, that's it's all respects to you guys.
Yeah. And remember, like, we're not saying nobody has to do anything. No. Nobody has to, but those who choose to, just know that it's noticed. It's noticed by the right people. Like, trust me, we notice it.
Yeah. And honestly, it doesn't even have to be like something that you cooked. Like, we're not telling you go cook and go serve and go do. Yeah. It's like you can literally go to McDonald's, grab something to eat, and then just fix his plate wherever he eats, and then that's golden.
Yeah, or like, for example, if you guys go to the lunch truck, and the lady's like, oh, ¿cuántos tacos quieren? You could even just be like, oh, ¿cuántos tacos quieres? Oh, pero me dan 5 para él, 5 para mí, whatever. Just because, he might even be shy, or especially if it's a lady that works there,
right?
He might not want to talk to her because you're gonna be, you're gonna throw a chancla at him.
Toxica.
Yeah, so he'll tell you, oh, dile que me dé 5.
Yeah, like to take initiative, to take control over certain situations is fair,
Yeah, definitely.
But
yeah, man. But if you guys have any other tips that for somebody who's trying to pull a Latina or Latino, drop in the comments, because if somebody's watching this and they saw what we had to say, they might read the comments too, and they might have some help there, right?
Yeah, let us know. Also, let us know if you guys are gonna go to Coachella next year, or if you went to Coachella this year.
Yeah.
And let us know what you guys saw, who you ran into, what you were wearing, anything in the comment section.
Yeah. Also, if you have been to Duno's comedy shows, his stand-up comedy shows, because we're about to be there in a few weeks. And I know a lot of people that are local here in Sacramento, they've been there too. Like I said, the one in San Jose and the one that some of them like other states too. But yeah, let us know, man. Let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this was episode 55.
55.
We appreciate you guys.
59.
Oh, sure. Damn. Yeah, man. Oh yeah. I'm hella. This is episode 59. 59.
Before we cut off, let me say this. If you stayed to this part right here, and you close this tab and you go to my Instagram and say, hey, girl, watch the video. Leave that in the comment section.
Yes, please.
Just leave it in the comment section. We gonna see it.
Yes. Because, dude, like, people always message me, oh, I saw your episode. Oh, when you talked about this, it was funny. And then I'm like, oh, thank you so much. I go to the comments of that video.
Nothing.
Anyway, so if you're going to tell us that you like the episode, tell us on here. Tell us in the comments.
Yes. Obviously, you can still DM us. Obviously, we love to see it, but it does mean a lot to us when we see it in the comments, because other people are going to, like, whatever you saw and whatever timing, they might want to see or laugh at what we said at that time.
Yeah.
Show us some love in the comments. Share, like it. Let your friends know about it. And if you already do that, we appreciate you and we see you.
Yeah, and another thing, too, the reason that we know about other podcasts is because people that we knew at some point might have commented on those podcasts, and then those podcasts showed up on our YouTube algorithm. And then, boom, we followed them, and then now, we're loyal fans of them.
Yeah.
So that's just how it works, man. So it's like, I know it sounds like everybody on YouTube is like, oh, click, like, subscribe, comment. But it's like, that's literally how it works.
It really goes a long way.
Yeah.
It goes a long way. And like I said, we see every comment, every like. We try. The first comments that you'll see is me and him. Yeah. And we're on the episode. Yeah. So please, we appreciate every view, everything. But however you feel, good, bad, negative, or both, leave it in the comment section. Yeah.
And let us know your opinion on the topics we talked about today.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we love you guys so much. Cheers again. Cheers again. That Modelo's about to disappear in a bit. If our brother was here, he would say love, peace, and chicken grease.